Hello, learners. How are you? I think you are well. By the grace of Almighty Creator, uh, I am also fine. Today, I am going to teach you an important topic which is very essential for the learners of all classes, especially the students of class 12. The name of that topic, voice sense. Okay, first would like to define. That means what is definition? What is voice? Voice is the form of a verb which is used to say what people or things do or what is done to them. Understand? The definition of voice. Voice is the form of the verb which shows whether the subject acts or is acted upon. Okay, now we should know classification of voice. Voice, actually we find two types of voice, that is active voice and passive voice. Active voice, what is active voice? When the subject of the sentence is the doer or actor, the verb is active. Okay, we are giving an example. We learn English. He eats rice. He made a nice house. This is the examples of active voice. And the definition of passive voice: when the subject of the sentence is acted upon, the verb is passive. Understand? Okay. English is learned by us. This is passive. A nice house was made by him. Okay. Dear students, I think you have understood the definition of voice and the classification of voice, active voice and passive voice. Okay, now let's go know the rules for changing the active voice into passive. How can we change? Okay, firstly we should find out object of active voice, and uh, it should be turned into passive. Okay, before that we should know the uh, changing, how we can change tense. Okay, we find present indefinite tense in active voice. uh, we have to use am, is, are in passive. Present continuous tense in active voice, am, is, are. Passive, am being, is being, are being. Present perfect tense, have or has, and passive form, have been or has been. Past indefinite tense, uh, did, active, and passive voice, was or were. Past continuous tense, active, was or were, passive form, was being, were being. Past perfect tense, active voice, had, and the changeable passive form, had been. Future indefinite tense, when we find shall or will, it will be changed into passive, shall be or will be. Future continuous tense, shall be or will be changed, shall be being, will be being. Future perfect tense, shall have or active, and shall have been by will be changed into passive. Okay, you have already uh, uh, cleared about the tense, and now uh, the most important thing, subject object. That means nominative form, objective form. If we find I, then we can change as object me. We, if we find we, the object us. You, you. He, the objective form him. She, her. They, them. Who, whom. Now eat this. Noun eat this, the same. Okay. Uh, After uh, giving an example, it will be clear to us. I read a poem. Okay, dear students, you notice that I read a poem. This is object a poem, and the sentence is present indefinite tense. That is why we use is here, and the past participle form of the main verb, and by, and the object of the subject. Okay, now we should discuss. We should clearly discuss about the rules of changing the active voice into passive voice. Okay, we have already learned that active voice, the object of the active voice will be the subject of the passive form. That means if we find I, then it will be changed me. Okay, and if we find me, then it will be changed I. So the according to tense, we have to use uh, the auxiliary verb that I have also discussed, and the past participle form of the main verb, and you have to use by, and the lastly you have to change the subject of active voice, will be the passive form. Okay, so uh, it is clear to all the rules